on an oscillator. The topic name is RC phase shift oscillator. RC phase shift oscillator. We have seen in a last video, if amplifier to work as an oscillator, the loop gain should be real, or you can say that the positive feedback should be given to the amplifier and Barkhausen criteria should be satisfied. KAV is equal to 1, and we have seen there are major classification of the oscillator is a sinusoidal oscillator and non-sinusoidal oscillator, or it is called relaxation oscillator. In a sinusoidal oscillator, the LC oscillator is there, RC oscillator is there, crystal oscillator. In RC oscillators, RC network are used to produce the sustained oscillation, and in LC oscillator, L and C combination, inductor and capacitor combination is used to produce the sustained oscillation. In RC oscillators, we have to discuss the two oscillator circuit, RC phase shift oscillator and Wien bridge oscillator. So today first we are discussing RC phase shift oscillator circuit. See the circuit diagram of the RC phase shift oscillator. Load is RL. These are transistors. This is a parallel combination of RE and CE. This is a potential divider network R1, and this is R2. This is a coupling capacitor. From this coupling capacitor, we are taking the feedback. It is given to the feedback network. This is your one RC network, second RC network, and third RC network. This is your supply voltage VCC. You will get here VO, sustained oscillation you will get here like this. Now let us discuss about first circuit here. The circuit diagram of the RC phase shift oscillator is shown in the figure. Here R1 and R2 combinations, R1 here and this combination here, actually R is a effective resistor of the R1 parallel R2 parallel HIE of the transistors. So this provide the bias to the base, Parallel combination of RE and CE, it is a self bias. RL is called load resistance across output voltage is developed. some part of the output is given back to the input. See, you can see some this part of the output from here. This is output voltage, and this is a collector. So from this you are taking the output and giving back to the input through one RC network, second RC network, and third RC network to the input. So from this you are giving back to this is your amplifier, internal amplifier. We have written in a requirement of oscillators. So this circuit consisting of RL, R1 and means RL, R1, R2 and RE and CE is a part of the internal amplifier. It is an internal amplifier. This is your feedback network. We also written that feedback network is required. So this is a feedback network. This feedback network consisting of one RC network, second RC network and three RC network. So 3 RNC network is used in a feedback network of a RC phase oscillator. Here this produce 180 phases. Here you will get 180 degree phase shift, and this signal is given to the here, and these RNC are selected in such a way that one RC network produces 60 degree, this produces 60 degree. Second RC network produces 60 degree, means that is your total between this and this how much? 120 degree. Again look here. The transistor itself produces a 180 degree, means this amplifier produces 180 degree. This signal is feeding to the 3 RC network. So RNC net value are selected in such a way that each RNC network produces 60 degree. Value of RNC in this network selected in such a way that each RC network produce 60 degree. So here 60 degree added due to this, plus this produces 60 degrees, total will be 120 degrees. Again this RC network produces 60 degree, so 120 plus 60, 180 degree. So you will get total phase shift between this feedback voltage and input voltage is 360 degree. Hence condition for sustained oscillation is satisfied. Look again here. This is a 180 degree produced by the transistor itself. It is given to the feedback network. This is your feedback network. See, this is your feedback network. This is your feedback network. In this feedback network, you use a 3 RC section. The value of RNC is selected in such a way that the each RC produce 60 degree. So this is coming from collector. Here 60 is added. RC again after this 60 degree added, so 120 degree. 60 added 180 degree. So this transistor itself produces 180 degree plus 3 RC network produces 180 degree. Total 360 degrees produced, means zero phase shift is there between input voltage and feedback voltage. Hence condition for the sustained oscillation is satisfied and circuit will work as a oscillator. Now we will see is analysis. So for analysis, from the analysis we will derive the equation of the voltage gain we'll see the how much minimum gain of the this circuit is required for the sustained oscillation, and third, frequency of oscillations of this circuit. So I am taking this RC next section. Look here, what the way I am taking. See, this is your one RC section, this is your second RC section, and this is your third RC section, which is given to the base U. This is given to the base. So means my input voltage, say Vi. This is the coming from the collector. So I am writing Vu. This is coming from the collector, you can see here. From this is I am writing Vu. Here I am writing input voltage Vi. Look here. This is a Vu and Vu. Here value of all capacitance and resistor are same. Now let us do the analysis. Let us take the current distribution I am taking here, I1 plus I2 plus I3. So from this I am taking, say current I3 is flowing, here remaining current I1 plus I2. From this you can say I2 is flowing, then here I1 is flowing, here I1 I can write. I want to derive the equation of gain. From that equation I can find the frequency and how much minimum gain for the circuit is required for the sustained oscillation. So means I have to find Vo by Vi. For that I am doing this current distribution. So look here. First I am doing, from this circuit I can write I1 into R is equal to Vi. You can see. Second I can write, this is a equation number 1. Second I can write I2 into R is equal to I1 into Xe I1 into Xe plus I1 into R. Look here, this voltage is equal to this voltage. What is this voltage? Current plus reactance plus this voltage. So I2R is equal to this voltage plus this voltage. So I can write here is nothing but the I1 Xe plus Vi. So this is your I2R. Let me say equation number 2. Now third I3R I can write. I3R is equal to, I can write I1 plus I2 into is reactance plus I2R. You can see here I3R is equal to this voltage I1 plus I2 into Xe plus I2R. So I can write I3R is equal to I1 plus I2 plus X into Xe plus I2R means I1 Xe plus Vi. I can write. Now you can write also Vo is equal to this Vo. Vo is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 into Xe plus I3 into R. Vo is equal to this voltage I1 plus I2 plus I3 into X means this voltage plus I3R. So put the value of I3R this here. I am putting this value of I3R. If I put this value, I will get I1 plus I2 plus I3 into XC plus I1 plus I2 into XC plus I1 XC plus VI. So I am putting this value from this. So I can write here VO is equal to, you can say 3I1 plus 2I2 plus I3 into XC plus VI. So I am getting the value of voltage. See here, value of this voltage is nothing but the I1 plus I2 into XC plus this. So I did like this. Now I have to find VO by VI. VO by VI I have to find. But in this equation, I1, I2, I3 is there. So I should have the value of I1 in terms of VI, value of I2 in terms of VI, value of I3 in terms of VI. So I can easily find VO by VI. So that you can see from this you can find. Look here. From equation 1 you can write I1 is equal to VI by R. From equation 2 I2 you can write I1 upon XC by R plus VI by R. So I can write VI upon R square into XC plus VI by R. See, this is your equation. We'll give the name, just wait. See, from this equation, I1 is VI by R. From this equation, I2 is equal to I1 XC by R plus VI by R. What is I1? VI by R. Second, now I3 I will find. I3. So, how to find the I3? Let us find the I3. From this equation, I would write from this is your equation number, let me say 3. So from 3 I can write I3 is equal to I3 is equal to I1 plus I2 into XC by R plus I1 XC by R plus VI upon R. So I can write I3 is equal to I1 plus I2 VI by R plus VI XC by R square plus VI by R upon XC by R plus VI into XC by R square plus you can write VI by R. Let us check. I3 is equal to I1 plus I2 XC by R. This R I have taken denominator. Plus I1 by XC by R plus VI by R. What is I1? So VI by R. So I put this value VI by R. What is I2? VI XC upon R square plus VI by R. So that look here. This VI by R. VI XC into R square. VI by R. Outside XC by R is there. Plus I1 XC. What is I1? I1 is nothing but the you can write VI by R. So here VI XC by R square. And third is as it is. Let me simplify now. So I3 I can write it is not even the Vi upon R Xc by R plus Vi Xc square upon R cube plus Vi Xc by R square plus Vi Xc upon R square plus Vi by R. So I will simplify VIR into Xc by R. Yes. X square upon R cube. Vi into Xc by R square. Here. Okay. R cube like this. Let me simplify more this. I3 is equal to, this is your Vix by R square, Vix by R square, Vix by R square. So 3 Vix by R square plus Vix square by R cube plus Vi by R. So it became very easy for our calculation. Now we have to put this value, look here, we have to put the value of I1 in this equation, I2 in this equation, I3 in the equation. So I can write this equation number 4, equation number 5, and finally this is equation number 6. See, look here, equation 4, equation 5, equation 6 I have to put in this equation of the output voltage. So I am writing, put value of I1, I2 and I3 from equation 4, 5, 6 in equation of output voltage. So let us put this value. What the equation of output voltage? 3 I1. What is I1? I1 is the number that I can write. 3 I1 is the number of the Vi by R plus 2. What is I2? Let me see what is I2 now. I2 is already we have written here. You can see here. I2 we have written. I2 is nothing but the 2Vi Xc by R square plus Vi by R plus I3. See, I2 I have kept here. I3, what is I3? 3Vi Xc by R square plus Vi X square by R cube plus Vi by R plus Vi. I think you understand. Look again. I1 is nothing but the Vi by R. I2 is nothing but this value I have put here. This value I have put here. 2 Vi Xc by R square. And here 3 Vi, yes, 3 into I1. 2 into I2 means 2 into this. So 2 Vi Xc by R square, 2 Vi Xc by R square plus 2 Vi by R plus I3, 3 Vi Xc by R square, yes, plus you have to Vi Xc square by R cube plus Vi by R. Now let us simplify. So I have to write here Xc plus Vi. So this is your Vi by R, Vi by R, Vi by R. So you can say that 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6 VI by R plus, see, VI by R, 2 VI by R, so this is, now 2 VI XE by R square, 3 VI XE by R square, so I can write this, so it is nothing but the 5 VI XE upon R square. Now last thing is left, plus VI X square upon R cube into XE plus VI, check here, 3 VI by R, 2 VI by R, 3 plus 2, 5, 6, 2 VI XE by R square, 3 plus 2, 5 VI XE by R square, plus Vx cube by R cube, this is left, so I can write now. Let us do the simplification, more simplification. VO is equal to VIU taken common, 6 XE by R plus 5 XE square by R square plus X is cube by R cube plus 1. So gain is equal to VO by VI. I can write 6 XE by R I can just 1 plus 5x square by R square plus 6x by R plus x is cube by R cube. This is your gain equation. So I can write gain is equal to 1 plus, now so what is XE? Let us put the XE. Look here. XE I won't write. Here you know that XE is nothing but the 1 upon j omega c. So or you can write XE is equal to minus j by omega c. So XE square is equal to minus 1 upon omega square c square bx is x is cube is equal to, this is minus j by omega cube c cube. So I can write this is x square. What is x square? X square is nothing but I can write your 1 minus 5 1 upon omega square c square r square. What is xe? Minus j6 omega rc minus j omega cube c cube r cube. You can say here, let me check is there a mistake or not. 1 upon j omega c minus j by omega c minus j by omega c minus j by omega c. X square minus minus n square, the j square is minus 1 upon omega. S is cube, this is again you can say j cube. So this is your plus, you can say plus j, here this is your, you will get plus plus, so I can write 1 minus 5 omega square c square r square plus j you taken common 1 upon omega cube c cube r cube minus 6 upon omega rc. This is the equation of the gain. In the beginning we already discussed the gain should be real. There should not be any imaginary part. This is your imaginary part. This is your real. We already is integer or you can say real. Now for the sustained oscillation there should not be any phase shift. There should not be any phase. So gain should be real. The loop gain should be real. For loop gain to be real, the imaginary part should be 0. Imaginary part should be 0. Remember, for say, let me write the equation of the gain. Equation of the gain again I am writing. This is 1 minus 5 upon omega square r square c square plus j into into 1 upon omega cube c cube r cube minus 6 upon omega rc. So imaginary part should be real. It means this part, sorry, imaginary part should be 0, means this part should be 0. If this is 0 means you can write 1 upon omega square c square r square is equal to 6. You can see here, we will use this, remember. So from this I can write omega square is equal to 1 upon 6 r square c square. So omega is equal to 1 upon root 6 rc. So 2 pi f is equal to 1 upon root 6 rc. From this, frequency of sustained oscillation is 1 upon 2 pi root 6 rc. This is your frequency of oscillation of a RC oscillator. See, this is what we did. We derived the equation of gain. This is imaginary part, this is a real part. Loop gain should be real for the sustained oscillation. There should not be any imaginary part. So this imaginary part should be 0. Imaginary part always indicate the phase. So the phase, there is no phase. So phase should be 0. If this is 0, so from this I will get this equation, omega square. So means this is the equation of what you can say, this is the equation of the frequency of oscillation of RC phase wave oscillator. Now second important point, gain is 1 minus 5 omega square r square c square, because this part is 0. If I put this part is 0, what is my equation? My equation is this. I am putting this value is 0 here. So my equation of gain is this. So now look here, what is the value of 1 upon omega square r square c square? Is 6. So let me put this value here. So 1 minus 5 omega square r square c square, in this I am putting this value. So it is nothing but the 1 minus 5 into 6. So gain is minus 29. This means minimum gain of the amplifier should be at least minus 29. Then and then the sustained oscillation is obtained. Look again. From this we have derived the equation of frequency of oscillation. So here I have to put imaginary part is 0. So in this value, omega square r square c square is nothing but the 1 upon omega square. From this you can write 1 upon omega square r square c square is nothing but the 6. So that value I have put here. So by putting this value you will get 29. So this indicate that these negatives and indicate that 180 degree phase it should be produced by the amplifier, and that amplifier should have at least minimum 29 gain. So gain should be equal to or more than the 29. Gain of the amplifier should be equal to or more than 29. Then and then sustained oscillation is produced. Above discussion show that the gain of the amplifier to work as an oscillator is minus 29. This minus indicate the internal amplifier produce 180 degree and minimum gain of the amplifier should be 29. Let us see this, and we have written this frequency is nothing but the 1 upon 2 by root 6 RC. Let us see the certain limitation of this circuit. First limitation, here gain is very large, so stability of the circuit is not there. Generally, if the gain is low, then stability of the circuit is there. We will see in a Wien bridge oscillator, gain of the circuit is required is only 3, so which gives the more stable oscillator circuit compared to the RC phase shift oscillator circuit. Second thing, if you want to produce the high frequency, then value of R and C should be low. So very high frequency if you want to produce, then C is low and R is low. When the C is low, then stray capacitance of the transistor also affect the phase relationship. As a result, Barkhausen criteria is not satisfied. So with the help of RC phase shift oscillator, we cannot produce the high frequency. We can produce a low frequency 1 kHz, 2 kHz, 4 kHz, 10 kHz, like so. But we cannot produce a, you can say 1 megahertz, 100 kHz and so. Now, second limitation, another limitation is that, see, in these RC networks, in this RC network, if you want to change the frequency, of the oscillator, then you have to change the 3 value of the capacitance simultaneously. 3 capacitance you have to change simultaneously, or you have to change 3 value of the R simultaneously. You have to change 3 value of the R simultaneously. Because you derive this equation you derive for the identical RC network. Now suppose somebody is asking like this, can we change the output frequency by changing only one capacitors? You can get the different frequency at the output, but you cannot use this equation to calculate the frequency, because this frequency you derive for an identical RC network. So if you want to use this equation, and for 3 identical RC network, if you want to change the frequency, you have to change 3 value of the capacitor simultaneously, or 3 value of R changing simultaneously. It is inconvenient. Now second, suppose someone say, sir, can we use the 2 RC network to produce the 180 degree phase shift for this RC network? If you want to produce a 2 RC network, then look here, 2 RC network. See, in a previous section, this 3 RC network, in a 3 RC network, each one produce 60 degree. This produces 60, this produces 60 means 120, this produces 180 degree. Suppose you want to use the 2 RC network, then your 2 RC network should produce 180 degree phase shift. Means each RC network, each one produce 90 degree. Each one should produce how much? 90. Then total will be 180 degree. This is not possible. Reason is that this capacitor is not ideal. Only ideal capacitor produces the phase shift between the voltage and current is 90 degree. That you study in a 12th standard. You study in a 12th standard, due to dielectric loss in a capacitor, the phase difference between the voltage and current cannot be 90, but it is always less than 90. So we cannot get 180 degree phase shift from the, we cannot get the 180 degree phase shift from the 2 RC network. Reason is that this is not ideal capacitor. In a practical capacitors, means practically when you use the capacitor, due to dielectric loss, its phase difference is not 90, but it is always 90 degree, less than 90 degree. Now, suppose somebody is asking you that can you use the 4 RC network? Instead of this, can you use the 4 RC network? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes, you can use 4 RC network, but you have to select the value of RNC in such a way that each RNC produce 45 degree. It produce 45 degree. Remember, it produce 45 degree. So this produce 45. This also produce 45. This also produce 45. So total will be 180 degree. 4 RC network is there. You can use the 5 RC network. You can use the 6 RC network. But you cannot use 2 RC network. But generally we are keeping a less component in a circuit. So we are keeping 3 RC network. I think you understand the working and derivation part of the frequency of the oscillation of a RC phase shift oscillator.